The people want places to go and gather and have a good time. And I think that's what Flagler Beach is all about.
The Veranda Bay Development Project is moving along across the Intracoastal Waterway from Flagler Beach.
Flagler Beach City Manager Dale Martin told the Friday Free-for-All last week that changes to the development could be coming soon.
I know that the developer is contemplating. He's had to reconfigure how he wants to move forward with it. He's in some preliminary discussions with the city's planning department on how to move that forward, and it may be before the city's planning department in two parts, western or eastern part along the intercoastal, and then the western part on the west side of John Anderson. That is likely scheduled to be before the Planning and Architecture Review Board in September and October.
Martin says the city could annex the development.
He was trying to figure out how to overcome some of the challenges, whether they were enclaves, things like that. But the annexation has not been filed or has it been presented to the city board yet.
Martin says in order to get public support, Veranda Bay has to add to Flagler Beach's quality of life.
The commercial portion may be more attractive to people because his original plan called for roughly 600,000 square feet of commercial space. And I think the challenge is not bringing in simply retail, but how do we bring in higher education? How do we ask Advent to expand that way? Because we don't have an urgent care or anything like that. So I've been prepared to reach out at the appropriate time to try and attract professional jobs, professional businesses, and things like that, more than just strip centers.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, August 29th. As we get ready for the weekend, let's take a look at last weekend's crime report, which featured quite a few DUI problems.
The weekend report was unfortunately highlighted with a 911 caller about a Jeep swerving all over the road in the area of the Hammock Dunes Bridge in Palm Coast. That included rolling through an intersection and crossing over a double yellow line into oncoming traffic. The driver was ID'd as 48-year-old Charles Dellinger of Palm Coast. More from Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Unfortunately, most of those arrests were for DUI, where multiple drivers were arrested for driving under influence after citizens who saw something, said something, and likely saved their life or the lives of innocent drivers.
And deputies handled a traffic stop involving a 29-year-old woman from Florida. She failed a sobriety test and was taken to jail. Deputies also responded to a crash on South Old Kings Road, where a man hit a deer while driving and also under the influence at the time. And in the early morning hour on Sunday, deputies arrested a driver of a pickup smelling of marijuana and had a counterfeit driver's license.
This is a reminder that if you plan to party, get a designated driver, call an Uber. Otherwise, when we find you, you will go to the Green Roof Inn for DUI.
In all, Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies made 11 arrests this past weekend and handled 593 calls for service and made 146 traffic stops.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located right off I-95 at exit 311. Labor Day is nearly here, and that means paying more attention to the roadways.
To ensure safer roads during the busy Labor Day holiday weekend, with declining gas prices across the state and more drivers on the roads, AAA is activating its Tow-to-Go program. It's available from 6 p.m. Friday until 6 a.m. next Tuesday to provide a free confidential ride for impaired drivers. Mark Jenkins of AAA.
Don't get behind the wheel impaired. If you're out of options, you can call AAA. We're running a program right now called Tow-to-Go. It's free whether you're a AAA member or not. We'll dispatch a tow truck to take the driver and the vehicle to a safe location within a 10-mile radius.
AAA data highlights that domestic travel is more affordable compared to last year in several key areas. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Labor Day weekend is here, and there's plenty of family fun going on in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Grab your crew and head to the Flagler County Library for a free movie matinee, packed with action, suspense, and superhero swagger. Watch Sam Wilson take flight as the new Captain America on the big screen with booming surround sound. The Parkview Church annual escape room night is back with free brain-teasing fun. Middle schoolers on Saturday and high schoolers on Sunday. Get ready for teamwork, surprises, and a night full of laughs and adventure. Discover the natural beauty of Gamble Rogers Memorial State Park on a peaceful 2-hour guided kayak tour through the estuary. Led by experienced guides, this adventure offers a close-up look at native wildlife and coastal habitats, perfect for paddlers of all skill levels. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4allgeekkids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Week 2 of the football season comes to an end today with the WNZF Game of the Week. Join Rich Carroll and I at the Ship when Matanzas host University. About 3,000 were in attendance for the Potato Bowl at the Ship last Friday. Despite a 26-14 loss to FPC, Pirate coach Matt Forrest says expectations are still the same.
We expect to win every game we play. Doesn't matter who it's against, whether it's FPC, whether it's University, whether it's Mainland, whether it's Bellevue. It doesn't matter. Like, our program expects to win football games. That, to me, shows that this program is about to explode.
Titans come in 1-0 after a 16-10 win at Sebastian River. Coverage begins at 6:55 p.m. with kickoff at 7. Tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., we'll host a special post-game edition of the Rich and Mike Sports Show. Across town, FPC welcomes Lake Howell. The Bulldogs are 1-0, but it didn't take Coach Patrick Turner much time to put the game in his rearview mirror.
The win obviously is positive, but we've got to regroup. We've got a new game plan, a new mission. We call it Mission Monday, and we're going to have to do a great job as coaches breaking our opponent down. We got to rest. We got to heal. We got some really banged up guys. We got to see what we got on Monday, and we got a new mission to prepare for.
Kickoff is at Sal Campanella Stadium at 7. FPC Volleyball heads to Gainesville to take part in the Nike Tournament of Champions this weekend. After a victory against Father Lopez went down to the wire, Coach Lindsay Stewart said she was looking forward to her team being challenged.
We're going to play higher level teams, and I think that this was a lesson for them that we need to finish what we start earlier rather than later.
FPC girls basketball coach George Butts is hosting a basketball camp on Labor Day at the school.
It's ages 5 through 12, and I would say to the parents, if you need a few hours in the morning to get your barbecue grills going and to get to the grocery store, allow your youngsters, your daughters or your sons to come be a part of this camp.
The camp is $35 per child, and proceeds benefit the FPC girls basketball team. Coach Butts is our guest on tomorrow's Rich and Mike Sports Show. In girls golf, Pirate Mary Grace Stewart was second at a 3-team meet this week in St. Augustine. Sophia Stivic was medalist with a 234 as FPC was edged by Spruce Creek. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the sports desk, I'm Mike Licio.